The Nissan Juke Nismo RS is a fast, flashy, compact utility vehicle. Could that possibly make any sense at all? Let's find out. The Nismo RS Juke's look is outlandish and mold-breaking, and I love it. It has a more aggressive front fascia and also a different, more aggressive look in the rear as well. The red line accent at the bottom and the alternate gray color, along with the aggressive wheels, really give it a boy racer look. It might not be to everyone's tastes, but that's the point. Nissan is thought out of the box, and the Nismo RS really looks aggressive and definitely different than anything else on the road. A for originality. The Nismo RS accents continue in the interior. You get a mix of Alcantara and also leather. This is a custom treatment as well. And of course, the racing Nismo Recaro seats also have that Alcantara leather thing going on, and big side bolsters to hold you in when cornering. No armrest, but you do get some console storage, 2 cup holders, and a real handbrake too. You also get a 6-speed manual shifter. I'd call the throws medium. There's a place to store your phone here. It grips pretty well. Also a charger, and on the left-hand side, your USB jump drive input, and also a place to hook up your smart or iPhone. I like the big bright readout for the climate control. Very easy to read and control. But wait, there's a D mode button. When you press it, you get interesting details about the speed aspects of the Nismo RS. Put it in sport mode. It tells you exactly what's what. You can go back into eco mode if you like. There's also drive info. That gives you your G-forces. There's a setup mode also. And you can also get eco info too. But it's pretty cool to be able to read your G's and also see exactly what's going on with the high performance aspects of the Nismo RS. On the steering wheel you have controls for the radio, also Bluetooth, and cruise control as well. The gauges are very speed focused. You get a nice large tachometer and a big speedometer too, an information screen in the center. You can scroll through and get useful information there. The steering wheel does tilt up and down, but it does not go fore and aft. You can cancel the traction control, which I don't recommend. Here you can also control your mirrors. It's also got the circular, very well adjustable vents. I love those. On the door you have controls for your power windows and door locks. There's a shallow storage here that your phone can fit in, unless you happen to be doing some serious cornering. And a bit more storage down there. Note the Rockford Fosgate speaker. All in all, it's a sporty, well laid out interior that I think looks pretty cool too. I like how you open the door up top here, and trust me, there is actually seating for 3 across, but in this case I found a pretty cool piece of furniture, so I chucked it in the back and it fit beautifully. You have to kind of watch out for the clearance right here, but once you clear that, you can definitely fit a lot back there. Nice. Powering the Nissan Juke Nismo RS is a direct injection turbocharged 1.6 liter 4-cylinder that makes an impressive 215 horsepower and 210 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 takes 6.7 seconds on the way to a top speed of 135 miles per hour. Fuel economy is rated at 25 in the city and 31 on the highway. You can expect 27 miles per gallon overall. Pricing for the Nissan Juke Nismo RS starts out at $26,120. Now you'll want the $1,200 navigation package, and you might want the carpeted floor mats, and with those you're out the door at $28,345. Now, competition comes from, well, there's not a lot of competition for the Nismo Juke here because there's not really any compact utility vehicles that are built for speed. Perhaps the Mini Countryman John Cooper Works Edition, or even perhaps the Porsche Macan, but that one starts at $50,000. Both of them are more expensive, but the Porsche is much more expensive, starting at about $50K. but I really do like the idea of this Nissan Juke Nismo RS. Now sure, a Nismo version of the 370Z makes sense. That's basically a race car for the street anyway. And when you add the Nismo tuning to it, well, it just makes it all the more better. Now, Nismo, what does that mean? Nissan Motorsports. They've been around, believe it or not, for 30 years. And when they get their hands on a car, well, they really make it racy and sporty, not just in looks, but also in terms of handling as well. Most of the RS upgrades for the Juke here are not just for looks. You get a high output engine, you get bigger brakes, you get a sport-tuned exhaust. The Recaro seats really hold you in tight when cornering. You even get a 6-speed manual transmission, but only in the front-wheel drive version. If you opt for all-wheel drive, well, you're going to have a CVT, continuously variable transmission. It's a serious sporting compact utility vehicle, and that really makes it stand out. The Nismo upgrades include 18-inch alloy wheels, Nismo shift knob, gauges, front and rear fascias with signature red accent stripe, front LED accent lights, front grille and rear spoiler, red mirror covers, and the Alcantara and leather-wrapped steering wheel. Now, I'm probably the only one in the world that doesn't like Alcantara. To me, it just feels kind of tacky. I've never been a fan of suede anything. It kind of reminds me of the base Toyota Prius, or perhaps cars from the 80s and 90s like the Acura Integra that had that kind of velour feeling to the interior. I've just never been a fan, but I know it's extremely hip these days. You can find Alcantara in everything from Lamborghinis to Bentleys to this Nismo RS here, but I'm just not a fan, but that's a personal preference. I've really got to give props to Nissan here for the Juke. You know, when I tested the normal Juke, I was impressed just because of the look of it. Automobiles these days, in terms of styling, really are pretty much bland. Everybody's kind of imitating everybody else because the wind tunnel demands it. You know, they're shaped by engineering, and it's kind of a shame. I love it when a car maker like Nissan comes out with a car like the Juke here that really does look special, especially in the Nismo RS version here. It will definitely put a smile on your face even before you get behind the wheel. And if you're someone that likes to drive fast, take the long way home occasionally, and you also need to carry up to 3 friends, and also perhaps camping gear or biking gear or a kayak here and there, if you're an outdoorsy type of person, the Juke is for you. You don't have to sacrifice space or the need for speed. Got the G-force meter on. Went to a nice turn. Very playful suspension. And a great raspy sound for the engine. You can definitely throw this Juke RS into a turn. Just let it respond. I've got it in the sport mode, and it really does dial in the performance. Despite having excellent handling and being quite quick, the Nismo Juke RS really has everything you want in a compact utility vehicle. It's got a nice high driving position. You get a commanding view of the road, pretty good visibility all around. When you're just driving it from point A to point B, it's actually pretty comfortable. And you get creature comforts like cruise control and Bluetooth and Sirius XM. And I like the fact that you can always hook up your tunes via the USB drive. Nice. Checking out the night look. Nissan Juke RS Nismo version. A good variance of colors. I like the infotainment screen. Also like the temperature gauge. Let's see what happens when you put it in D mode. Yeah, very easy to see at night. So in the end, the Juke is a very interesting vehicle. It's got a lot going for it. First off, it's a compact utility vehicle, so you can find some furniture on the road, pick it up, and haul it away. You can also fit up to 5 people, which is very convenient. And when you want to take the long way home, you can actually have a heck of a lot of fun in this Nissan Juke RS. It really is a well-rounded, very fun, strikingly attractive, perhaps a bit controversial too, I think that's a good thing, compact utility vehicle that really is like nothing else on the road. And I love that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Drivin' Ivan Katz.